So the episode begins by showing our hero, who is in a very bad condition, that is, in a wounded state, and he says that to survive inside Miriam, it is extremely necessary for us to have power. Miriam is a place where only and only the strongest can survive, and I joined the demonic cult in order to gain my power. But in the end, what happened was that I am about to die here. Just a short time after joining the demonic cult, I was sent on such a mission where only death was waiting for me. So here he faces the leader of the Mount Hua sector, who is a very powerful person. That Mount Hua sector leader is such a person because of whom the people of the demonic sector tremble in fear. So at this moment, he is standing in front of him, standing in front of our hero. So Myung-ju, who is the master of the Mount Hua sector leader, stands in front of him with his sword, and our young master, that is, our hero, says that how will I be able to stand in front of a guy like this when I have not even completed my basic training yet? So he tells about himself that he needed powers. He wanted to become strong, and to become strong, he joined the demonic cult because the cultivation techniques of the demonic cult are stronger compared to all other cultivation techniques. So there he did a lot of training. He passed their prelims, and after that he became a lieutenant in their army. But even after becoming a lieutenant, he was not given those techniques because he was an outsider. For this reason, he was not given any special techniques. Master G comes and stands in front of him, and the poor guy is lying fallen there and says that this is very unfair. How can they do this to me? What all did I not do here to become the strongest? If I had known, then I would have mastered better techniques beforehand. I would have tried here to get such cultivation techniques so that I could at least survive. I wish I could get another chance here. I wish I could get one more advantage here. I wish I could escape from the hands of this Master G. I wish the Mount Hua sector leader himself would die, or somehow I could survive here. But I don't think there are any chances for me to survive now. On one side I am badly wounded, and on the other side in front of me is the Mount Hua sector leader, who is a very powerful person. And along with that, he says that I am about to die. My vision is getting blurry, and at the same time I am seeing some things here that probably do not exist. Like in front of me a window is opening, and inside it there are some writings. And gradually the writings in front of him become completely clear, and there are 3 points in it, which have the options of continue, load, save point, and restart. So he says, what nonsense is this? Do all people see something like this before dying, that they see all these things here? Maybe this is about a second life, that if we restart then my second birth will happen, but I think all this is nonsense. How can this be possible? Then he also says that my mind is fading away, I think I am about to die and I will not even be able to make any proper decision here. And he also says that I am repeatedly telling myself that I want to stay alive here. I want to stay alive, I don't want to die. I am not able to do anything here, and I don't understand why this window is appearing in front of me. So when he keeps repeating the same thing again and again, that he wants to stay alive, he wants to stay alive, then the system itself selects the restart option, and when it selects it, a ding sound is heard. He's told that you have selected the restart option here. Now you're going to restart your life again from the same point where your private meeting happened with Master V Sama, the master of the demonic cult, who had sent you on this mission. And along with that he says that I don't know why this was said in this window, but here it is talking about the moment when I was sent on this mission. And with this our hero's eyes close there, and when his eyes close he feels as if he is lying inside water. He looks around himself and says what is happening. And along with that he tells about himself that his name is Sialvi, and he joined the demonic cult to gain power, so even after joining the demonic cult, he was not allowed to learn powerful cultivation techniques because his level was very low. That is why only when your cultivation level increases, you are given powerful techniques. And for the past few years he had been doing reconnaissance for the demonic cult, in which he had to secretly enter other countries or other sectors and gather information from there and bring it back. And along with that he says, and now I have already died here. After dying, what is this? Am I being shown some other world here, or is this some time after death? But as soon as he opens his eyes, he is on his bed and says, what is happening? Did I see some dream here? I clearly died there. The Mount Hua sector leader killed me. And he sits up and says, this is our training room where we train. I am inside the demonic cult right now. And he quickly sits up and gets very shocked and says that this is absolutely not possible. I clearly remember that I was on a mission and I was killed there. Then how did I come back to this place? Could it be that the thing I saw was the restart option inside that window? Could it be that it has really restarted here? He wears his clothes, and after wearing them he goes outside and says that all this cannot be real. How can this happen? It is not possible that we restart again here or survive again. Then he says this is all the work of that bastard Visa, Lord V Sama, who is the lord of the great Imperial Pavilion. He is the one who gives all of us these missions. He had said that we have to scout the area around the Mount Hua sector. He gave me this mission. I also remember that he sent me on the mission, and I did go on the mission. So then why am I back at this place? So while he is walking forward from there, 2 more boys come out from there. So one of them says to him, what are you doing here at this place? Were you hiding here? Then he turns back and says Jiak Myung. And along with that there is another boy whose name is Chiksen, so as soon as he calls Jiak Myung by his name, Chixin moves forward and goes to him and says, how dare you call Jiak Myung by his name like this? Don't you know that you have to call Jack Myung captain? Because he is your captain. And along with that he moves forward and goes and lands a powerful punch on his stomach. Sialvi gets punched by Chixin there, and along with that he flies far away and falls down. So with this Chixin says to him, please forgive me, my hand slipped, but don't you think that when you see your captain here, you should call him captain? Lieutenant Sialvi, your rank, that is, your position, is much lower than his. It seems your eyes have not opened yet. If you make this mistake again and call Captain Jiang Myung without saying captain, then I will beat you like this again, and along with that he keeps beating him repeatedly there. While Sialvi remembers that this bastard Chixin beats me every time, whenever he sees me here because of that bastard Jiang Myung, since Jiang Myung is the army captain. That is why his position is higher than mine, but Chixin's position is lower than mine. I am a lieutenant, and despite his position being lower than mine, he still beats me again and again because he stays with him and I cannot do anything in front of him. So Chixin says to him, bastard, now your eyes are opening, now you are remembering that our captain is standing in front of you. The captain of the Black Moon Company is standing in front of you and you are not giving him respect. Come on, quickly bow your head now and talk to him with respect. While Sialvi thinks that all this has happened to me before as well, that is, earlier also it happened like this when I came here last time, and at that time I did not call him captain. And if I am not wrong, I think now the next line Chixin will say is that if you don't have skills, then at least you should behave properly with others. And exactly the same happens, Chixin says the exact same dialogue. Then Sialvi says, what is this? He's really saying the same thing that I already knew, so that means all this is repeating, all this is restarted here. So with this Jiang Myung moves forward and after coming near him says, boy, your courage has increased a lot. So he says, no sir, nothing like that, sir, tell me why you have come here. So the captain says to him, what work will I have with a useless person like you? Lord V-sama is looking for you. He is calling you to his private meeting room. You have to go there to meet him, and quickly go and meet him. And while leaving he says to him one more thing, you are quite lucky, and with this he leaves from there. So Sialvi says, does it mean that I am very lucky? And why did he say this and leave? While Chixin is signaling him that next time I will kill you. While our Sialvi thinks that one day I will definitely become stronger, I will get some new techniques here, then the first person I will kill here will be that bastard Chixin. When those two are leaving from there, our Sialvi looks above their heads and sees points there. Above Chixin it is written +1 life, while above the captain's head it is written +2 lives. So Sialvi says, I don't know what these numbers mean, but nowadays I am seeing some strange things here since the last time before dying, and I think all this is going to start again. If all this has really restarted here and I have come back to life again, then it means that in the private meeting visa will again send me on the same mission on which I was killed before. This time I will have to do something different. I will have to do something in such a way that in front of Lord V-sama I can refuse this mission, so that Lord Visa cannot send me on this mission. Sialvi goes to meet V-sama in his private meeting room, and after reaching there he says, sir, Lieutenant Sialvi has come here to meet you. So V-sama says to him, alright, you can come inside. So our Sialvi thinks that if this is really true that everything is restarted, then it means V-sama will start the same conversation again. He will repeat exactly the same things that happened here before. And with this, after coming inside, he says that I will have to change something here, so when he enters, V-sama is sitting in front, drinking his tea, and at the same time he says that all this is the fault of that bastard. He is your pavilion lord, not just of this pavilion, but there are 5 more pavilions under him. Sialvi, after coming there, says to him, sir, Captain Jiang Myung has sent me here. He said that you wanted to talk to me. And along with that he says that I remember that the master sitting with him is named Zhou Indig, who is the master of the 2nd pavilion. I should also give respect in front of him. And along with that he says that at this moment we are in the headquarters inside the demonic cult, where under the main pavilion there are 5 palaces. 5 palaces means 5 pavilions, and the masters of all 5 pavilions are very powerful people. Like this Master Choin is also a monster just like the other masters. All these lords bow their heads under Lord Visa because everyone is under his control. Lord Visa is the most dangerous among all of them because he can use the power of fire. And it is said about him that his fire is so dangerous that if you even slightly touch his fire, your bones will melt. That is, his fire is extremely powerful. When he gets angry, he burns anyone to ashes. And he gets angry very easily. Even a small thing that he doesn't like will make him angry and he will burn you to death. That is why everyone is very afraid of him. But his mind also works very sharply. So with this, our Sialvi slightly bows his head and stands in front of them. When he stands there bowing his head, V-sama says, Choin, I was telling you about this boy. He is Lieutenant Sialvi. He's a very amazing boy and I am going to send him on this mission. So Choin says to him, that is fine. I think this boy must really be talented since you are praising him so much. But I didn't understand one thing, has your respect decreased here or has my respect decreased? Why is this boy not bowing his head properly? Don't you think that this boy only slightly bowed his head whereas he should have been on his knees? So as soon as Sialvi hears this, he quickly kneels down there, bows his head and says, please, please sir, forgive me, I made a mistake. Lord V-sama had told me that whenever I come to meet you, I should not kneel like this in front of you, so Choin says to him, is that so? Then V-sama says to him, yes, yes, you don't need to get too angry at this boy. Told this boy because I meet him again and again, that is why he faces difficulty in bowing his head repeatedly, so that is why I told him that next time when you meet me, don't bow your head like this. So Master Choin says to him that I didn't know that you are so formal with your soldiers and keep your soldiers with so much discipline and affection. While Sialvi is thinking there, that bastard Sama, 4 days ago he called me and told me that when the master of some other pavilion comes here, bow your head lightly like this, don't kneel here, no matter what happens, don't kneel, stand up or kneel only when I tell you. So with this he was thinking that I think he's deliberately insulting me in front of Choin. He's trying to insult me here because I didn't kneel in front of him. He's hunting two birds with one stone, where the whole issue is being put on me and I am being insulted. Then Sama says to him, boy, now stand up, and with this our Sialvi stands up. So when he stands up he says to him that I have seen your work here, you are doing very interesting work, so I want to give you a promotion here. You want to work as a secretary in the Heavenly Sun Archive. So our Sialvi says that now you want to make me a secretary in the Sun Archive, and at the same time he thinks that this is the same point. Last time also he said the same thing, he will make me a secretary in the archive and after that send me on secret missions. He says to him that I have heard that you are in a hurry to learn martial arts, and once you even went inside the pavilion and searched the martial arts books, that is, tried to steal them, is that true? So Sialvi says that yes, it is true that once or twice I tried to take martial arts books from inside the archive in the library, because in that archive, that is the archive which he's trying to make me the director of, there are many books lying there, and if I really go there I can read many books. That bastard will say that I won't get time to read books. After giving me promotion he will also send me on a recon mission, where I will go and get killed by the Mount Hua sector leader. That is why I will have to do something else here. So Master V-sama says to him that you will get this job, but for that you will have to do a recon mission for me. That is, the point has come that if you want to go to the library, then before going to the library you will have to complete a mission. So there Sialvi says that this mission is a mission of death. I will not even come back alive from there, so then how will I get the job promotion? There Sialvi is thinking that now I have got a second chance here, so I will not go there again and die, I just have to make an excuse here. I have to make such an excuse that V-sama gets convinced and cannot send me on this mission. What should I say to him so that he accepts my words? But if I say something wrong here, this bastard himself will kill me and I will die again at his hands. So with this our Sialvi says to him that, sir, I want to say something here, but at the same time a ding sound occurs and a window opens in front of him and he's given three options here. The first option is that I will happily accept this mission. The second option is that please sir, give me a different mission. And the third option is that I cut off one of my arms for you. So our Sialvi says, what is happening? The window appeared in front of me again, and this time three options are being given, and below it a countdown is running, a 10-second countdown, and he has to make a decision here. And when he looks to the other side, Lord V-sama and Lord Choin are frozen there. It feels like the entire world around him has become completely still for 10 seconds, and he has to decide within just 10 seconds, so he says, what should I do now? It seems like the rest of the people cannot see this thing. I think I have only 10 seconds because the timer is running there. If I accept this mission then I will definitely die, and I am absolutely not going to cut off my arm. I have three options here, and if I think this window really works, then I will choose the middle option in which I want a different mission. So he says, I have no other option, I choose the second mission, that is, I choose the second option. Along with that the time ends and he chooses the second option in which he wants a different mission. And as soon as he chooses it, the words automatically come out of his mouth, Lord Visa, I want a different mission. And as soon as he says this, he himself becomes shocked that what did he just say? And V-sama and Choin both get very shocked that how dare he say that he wants a different mission. So our Sialvi stands there holding his mouth and says, what have I done? I made a mistake. And V-sama stands up angrily and says to him, boy, what did you just say here? Don't say that you already knew what mission I was going to give you. I haven't even told you what mission I was going to send you on. So how dare you say that you don't want the mission without even hearing about it? And with this V-sama releases his killing intent, and at the same time a lot of fire starts coming out there, so our Sialvi says I am going to be finished. This bastard will kill me right here, I have to say something somehow, and he is trembling with fear and says, but what should I do here? His pressure is so intense that I cannot do anything. It feels like I am suffocating here, it feels like a huge snake has bitten my neck. And he was really feeling like that because due to that pressure he was suffocating, so he says, if I don't say something quickly he will burn me to ashes with his fire. He is a very cruel person and I am absolutely not going to die at his hands, I have to do something, while he is helplessly thinking that he has to do something. Same time Lord V-sama stares at him, and along with that half of Sialvi's neck gets blown away there. Sialvi makes a mistake there because he follows the system and tells him that he wants a different mission, because of which Lord Sama gets angry and he feels as if someone has attacked his neck and half of his neck has been blown away. But in reality this does not happen. Actually, his neck does not get blown away because the Master Sama shouts and says, "Stop, that's enough." As soon as he says this, their personal bodyguard, who is a girl, comes down there and she has kept her sword on his neck and is about to kill him, but V-sama shouts and stops her. So our Sialvi says, "When did this girl come here? I couldn't even feel her. She's his personal bodyguard and always stays nearby. And whenever there is danger here or some order has to be carried out, he makes her kill people. That is, if someone has to be killed, he gets it done by her." If Lord V-sama had not told her to stop, by now my neck would really have been blown away, she would have killed me. So with this, that girl moves to the side and stands there. Then V-sama says to her, "Now stand there quietly, first let me hear what this boy wants to say. Why did he say that he wants a different mission?" Then V-sama says that after that I will decide whether to kill this boy or let him live. So Arsialvi is thinking that I am going to be finished from both sides, because if I say something wrong again here, he will kill me. So he bows his head and says, "Sir, I think you have some misunderstanding here. I said that I want a different mission only because I heard some things. It is not that I am being too picky here. I am not saying that I don't like the mission you are going to give me." So the master says, "Then tell me why you said it." So he says that I heard some rumors here. Heard from some people that the members of the Mount Hua sector are nowadays very vigilant, and if we go there, they will kill us. After hearing this, V-sama thinks that where did this boy get this information from? I think our information is leaking here. So their Sialvi says to him, "Sir, you always say here that the Mount Hua sector people are the divine enemies of our demonic cult, and if we kill them, it is a very big happiness for us. That is why we want to go and enter their territory and kill them." Then Sama says to him, "Come to the point, what do you want to say?" So he says, "Sir, you want to send a recon mission there, that is, you want to send one of our teams there so that we go and analyze that place and tell you how many enemies are there. But if you send the Flying Head Squadron with us or send some of your special squadrons which will be an attacking force, then I think it will become easier for us. We will go there, take a turn, come back and report to you, and they can finish the mission from there itself. So please, sir, please send fighters with us first. Send a team of fighters with us. After that we can go and complete our mission." After hearing his words, V-sama says that I can feel some strength in what you're saying because you people are trained only and only for recon missions, and you have not gained any fighting experience here before. Meanwhile, Master Kai, who is with him, starts laughing there and says that I think people from inside your pavilion itself are leaking this kind of information here. Because of that, even a small lieutenant is sitting here with this information. He has also obtained this information here. So with this, Sama turns his gaze toward our Sialvi. Then he says to him, "Boy, I really liked your confidence. Because of that, I am giving you a mission here. I'll give you this same mission, but along with it I will also send people from the attacking force with you. You do not need to worry. The deputy commander of the Flying Hand Squad will also be with you there. The deputy commander will stay behind you there and you have to scout the area. Your team will move forward and scout the entire area and also tell about that region, about its location, and after coming back, you just have to give one report to the commander. You come and give one report to the commander. After that your work will be finished and you people must safely return from there, and the rest of all the work will be the leader's responsibility. The leader of the Flying Hands Company and all the other people who are in the striking force should go and do their work." So Arsial also says, "Sir, thank you very much, okay, I am ready to do this mission." So with this he tells him, "Now go and prepare." Then Sialvi says, "Thank goodness that this bastard did not kill me here." At the same time he looks toward Habuki and says that on top of that this damn girl stays in serious mode all the time. Meanwhile Sialvi passes ahead from near Habuki. With this he says that I am again seeing numbers here. Above the head of this girl Habuki the numbers written are +4, but till now I do not know what this +4 means. With this, Sial also comes out from there, and after coming out he stands near a river and washes his face. While washing his face with water, when he thinks that maybe he is seeing something wrong here or his eyesight has become weak, he says that I am not understanding what is happening to me. Earlier I saw numbers above that Chickson's head, and now here above this girl Habuki's head I am also seeing numbers. Is this really happening to me? Is everything repeating again? Have I come back to life again? When he looks at his reflection in the water, he sees that it is written there 1 coin, meaning only the last chance. With 1 coin he has only the last chance left. So he says that what is this, am I seeing numbers above my own head too? Then Arsial starts walking back from there, and at the same time he is thinking that somehow I feel that I must complete this mission here. That bastard has given me a mission here that I have to go to the Hem Pass and observe that place. I have to see how many people of the mounted sector are there. I have to bring details about all of them and give them to the captain of my Flying Hand Squadron. Will my mission end there? But while I know very well that the sector leader of the mounted sector is also going to be present there. Because of that, this mission is going to be extremely dangerous. But I could not directly refuse him, because if I had refused, he would have killed me right there. Then he says, "Should I run away from here and go to the central place?" Then he says, "No, I cannot run away because in the central plains there are righteous martial arts, and I possess demonic martial arts and they can recognize my energy from far away. On top of that, the masters of demonic martial arts hunt down fugitives from here, and wherever I go they will find me and then kill me. Do not understand, no matter what I do here, no matter what I do, I am not going to survive at all." Then he says that I cannot hide this dark energy. I wish I had never come into this demonic cult and had never mastered this martial arts technique, meaning I had never mastered demonic energy. Then he says, what should I do now? Wherever I go, my death is certain. Either the righteous people will kill me there, or the demonic people will find me and kill me, or the leader of the mounted sector will kill me on this mission. So as he moves forward from there, he says that death is written in my fate. Then what benefit did I get from being reborn again? I got no benefit from restarting my life at all, so I must make some decision here that will allow me to stay alive. Then he moves forward. In front of him, that bastard Chickson is sitting there. So Chickson says to him that I think you have been assigned a mission here. It seems you have been given that special mission. This is not your fault. Rather, Lord Sama has sent you on this mission because you are a bastard and you deserve to die. Chickson keeps mocking him there and says that this bastard will not return this time at all. He will be killed on this mission itself. Then he says that it seems my tongue slipped and I said something like that here. So Sialvi remains silent there, calmly listening to his words, and at the same time he is thinking that above his head it is written +1 life. Now what could this mean? He is lost in his thoughts and thinking that does add 1 life mean that if I kill him then this +1 life will be transferred to me? Meaning I had one last chance, 1 coin above my head, and if I kill him here then maybe that point will come to me. Is this really possible? Because if I have come back alive then it means this is possible. It can happen, so I am ready to take this chance here. And anyway I had to kill this bastard someday. And anyway I am going to die on that mission. So if I am going to die on that mission, then why not kill this bastard before going there? And with this, Sial finally makes a decision that I will kill this bastard. I will experiment on him. Will I get +1 life by killing him or not? So our Sial moves toward him and Chickson says to him, what happened? Is there some problem? So he says, yes, I want to check something, and at the same time he goes closer to him. Then Chickson says to him, what do you mean you want to check something? So our Sial goes even closer to him, and after going near him he draws his sword and strikes him with great speed. Then Chickson also draws his sword, blocks his attack, and says, hey, have you gone crazy? What are you doing? But Sial is extremely serious there. He says that no matter what happens, even if someone finds me and kills me here, I will not let this bastard live today, and at the same time the experiment will also be done, whether I get +1 life here or not. So because of this, Chickson becomes extremely shocked. He is blocking him there, but at the same time Chickson knows that because Captain Zhang is not near him, he is stronger than him here. So he says to him, has your mind gone crazy? If you attack me like this, then I will go and inform Captain Jock Yang and then he will punish you there. But our Sialvi does not pay any attention to his words at all. He says that now I do not care at all about what is going to happen to me later, and he moves forward again very fast to attack and says that if I cared about this, then I would not have attacked you at all. And at the same time he is thinking that I have worked very hard, I have worked even harder than this bastard. For the last 8 years I have been inside this demonic cult. I have done all the hard work here that I should have done. Even in training my results were better than theirs. Despite this, I was not being given any technique here that I could use for my survival, and in the end I was killed. But now this will not happen here at all. If I have 2 chances here, then my chances of survival are higher. And with this, our Chickson swings his sword and strikes him near him, so he turns downward. Then from there, using his foot technique, he delivers a powerful kick right there, because of which Chickson falls backward. Chickson says, bastard, I will not spare you. What are you doing? So our Sialvi says to him that yes, I think my eyes are focused only and only on that +1 life above his head, and I think that I will definitely obtain it. Then he says that why should I even doubt this here? Now that I have started this here, I think I must obtain it. What if after killing him, I do not get that +1 life and I kill him here, and in return the 1 chance that I have left also disappears? Then Sialvi says that now the time has come to end him here, and at the same time he gets ready to stab forward with his sword. Chickson says to him, please forgive me here, I will never trouble you again, but please forgive me because if the captain finds out about this then the captain will punish you. But our Sialvi ignores his words and moves forward running very fast. He pierces his sword through his body. So when Sialvi's sword passes through his body, at the same time blood comes out from his mouth and Chickson drops his sword right there. He falls on the ground. So as Chickson falls on the ground, our Sialvi says that at least my revenge has been completed. Now I do not know whether the +1 life written above his head will be given to me or not. But I have killed this bastard and I have started taking my revenge. First I will kill him, and after that I will go and kill that bastard Master V. I will kill Master V Sama. At the same time he says that now that I have already killed him, there is no path left to retreat anymore. I have blocked my own path. I have burned my boats. Now I have to get rid of him here. Then he wraps his body in a cloth and ties stones to it and throws it into the river so that he sinks in the water and no one finds out that he killed Chickson here. So Sialvi stands there in his boat. Then while standing there he keeps thinking that when I killed Chickson the +1 life written above his head disappeared. So I was thinking whether I felt any changes here. There were no changes inside my body, and at the same time the system also did not tell me anything. But when I was throwing his body into the water and I saw my reflection in the water, my mirror was clearly visible inside it that where earlier it was written 1 coin, 1 chance, now it was written 2 coins, 2 chances. This means that by killing someone, I can make his life my own. That means he will increase my chances. And with this, Arcialvi says that now finally the time has come to go on that mission. So Arcialvi takes his team with him and sits in a boat and sets out from there toward the Mount Hua sector. So they have to go toward Mount Hua Hemjack Pass, where they have to keep watch and after scouting the entire area, come back and inform their commander about it, and then the commander will attack there. Arcialvi is thinking that I think this time it is going to be a little different because I already know where the Mount Hua leader will appear, and we will not go in that direction at all. So these people are moving secretly through the water route between the cliffs so that they can reach there without coming into the sight of the Mount Hua sector leader or his people. So Lord Sama's orders were very clear. Lord Sama had told them that after going there you only have to scout. You have to bring information about the terrain, that is, the location, the surrounding area, and how many people are there, and give all this information to your commander, and the commander will handle everything else. Cialvi says that I had no other option except coming on this mission because if I had stayed there, then Captain Jiok Mayung would have asked about the corpse, that is, about Chixin, and if an investigation had happened about Chixin, then my name would have come up. That is why I had to come here. Their ship docks there and all of them get down, and after getting down, Cialvi still sees in the water that he has 2 chances, so he says that okay, thank goodness that I have 2 chances here. I do not know what 2 chances mean or how I can use them. Till now I do not know about this. But still, I think I have hope that this time I will not die at the hands of the Mount Hua leader. So just as he is standing there thinking, at the same time the captain comes near him, who is the captain of this Flying Hands company, whose name is Sujin. So Sujin, the girl, comes to him and says, Lieutenant, are you okay? So he says, yes, Commander, I am absolutely fine. So Sujin says to him that I have heard that the mission given to you here is that you have to take some of your companions with you and go and scout the entire area, and quickly come back and inform how many people are there and where they are. Your mission is going to be very simple. There is no need to do anything stupid. Go there, keep an eye on the surrounding area, gather details about how many people are there, and come back and tell how many people there are and what their powers are. So with this, he starts thinking that this is our commander and she is very powerful too. Thank goodness that this time at least the commander has been sent. It is a good thing that the commander has come here, so I will go complete my mission and come back and inform the commander about this information. So Commander Sujin says to him, what happened? Did you not understand what I said? So he says, yes, I understood. And at the same time he says to his companions, everyone follow me. So the lieutenant takes all of them with him and starts moving from there, while Miss Sujin stays behind there and keeps thinking about when he will return. From here, the next scene is shown in the middle of the forest, where all of them are running forward. So Arcial is leading the team because he is a lieutenant, so he runs forward and says that everything is happening very fast, just like last time. But last time those people noticed us because we went to the right side. This time I will go to the left side so that they cannot see us at all. And I am not going to tell all these people that I have already come to this place before, and that I know the Mount Hua leader is also present here. I do not know at all how all this happened. How did they find out about our location last time? Did Lord V. Sama send all of us here to die, or is Commander Sujin also involved in this, and did Commander Sujin leak our information that we were going to come here to keep an eye on them? So he says to his squad, everyone, from here we will go to the right side. So all of them say, but sir, we were supposed to go to the left side. So Sial says to them, do exactly as I said. Quietly follow me to the right side. So they say, okay sir, we will do exactly as you say, and all of them start moving with him to the left side. So Sial is thinking that last time, as soon as we went to the right side, the Mount Hua secret leader and many of his people were already sitting ahead. As soon as they saw us, they surrounded us, and right there, all of us were killed. None of us survived, but this time it is going to be very different. The training I did in the demonic sector for the last 8 years was definitely not just to die here, and I have only 2 chances left. It is not even confirmed whether if I die here I will be able to come back to life again or not. I do not know anything about these 2 chances. What if this is my second last chance? That is, maybe 2 chances mean that this could be my final chance. So with this, while running, he suddenly stops and says, stop here. Because he sees a post in front of him which belongs to the Mount Hua sector people. So he says, stop here. There is a guard post ahead, we will have to keep an eye on it to see who is there. With that they say to him, should we go and check it, because our job here is to observe how many enemies are present and then go back and report it. So Sial starts thinking that I am actually trying to escape from here to save my life. but if I run away from here without checking this guard post, everyone will start doubting me. So he tells them, all of you stay here and keep an eye on the surroundings. I will go there and check how many people are inside that guard post. Then he says that I will have to go there myself and I must see who all are present here, and with that he runs straight toward that building. He carefully sneaks there, looks inside through the window and says that there is no one here. Sial also says that I wish no one is here, because if some powerful person appears here with a very powerful sword, since all the people of the Mount Hua sector are extremely powerful swordsmen, then I will definitely die here. And as he looks inside through the window, he finds the place completely empty. He calls all of them there and says, everyone come here, and all of them gather there and start thinking why this guard post is empty. Then one companion says to him, that means there is no one here. So Sial also thinks that yes, there is no one here. Then he says, so what should we do from here now? Then he starts thinking again, should I run away from here and go to the Central Plains? Will I be safe there? Because I cannot go back to the demonic sector anymore because Chickson is already dead, and after his death everyone will suspect me. Then a girl from his team says to a boy, don't you think that the lieutenant is acting a bit strange today? Then he replies, yes, I feel the same. It seems like something else is going on in our lieutenant's mind. His mind is stuck on something else. One boy steps forward and says to him that whoever was guarding this post, I think he might return soon. We just need to search this area, see how many people are here, observe the surrounding terrain, and quickly go back and report to the commander. But Sial is still lost in his thoughts while that boy says to him, Lieutenant, are you even listening to me? Then the lieutenant keeps thinking, what should I do with all these people? They keep asking me questions again and again, but they don't know that I am only thinking about running away to save my life. And then he says to himself, what answer should I give them now? I don't want to go back from here, and if I go back from here I will get trapped there again. But at the same time a window opens in front of him and he's told that a very powerful enemy has appeared in front of you. Tell us what you want to do. There are three options. The first option is let's fight. Second option is let's talk to them. The third option is no, we must run away from here because we cannot fight. There is a 10-second timer. So Sial says that there is no enemy here at all. Then why is this window saying that I have to choose one of the three options? Then his heartbeat suddenly becomes faster and he says, maybe a very powerful enemy is about to appear here, and he starts looking around, and at the same time he says, now what should I do here? The enemy does not appear in front of me and I don't even know what kind of enemy it is. Then which option should I select? Meaning if the enemy is powerful, then I should select the option that we must run away from here. But there is no time and the timer is only of 10 seconds. So he says that I must make a decision very quickly. I have to choose one option out of the three. Then he says that I think if I don't know how powerful the enemy is, then I should act carefully. Let's choose the second option of talking to them. Maybe there is some normal Mount Hua sector soldier guarding this post. We will talk to him and then maybe kill him because the Mount Hua sector leader cannot be here. He has gone to the right side, meaning the place where he killed us last time, so he cannot be at this place. With that, he selects the second option, that we will talk. As soon as he selects that option, after selecting it he says that there is no enemy here, and the boy says to him, Lieutenant, what happened? So he tells them that I am observing here, I feel like someone is here. So he says that whatever it is, come out quickly. Then all of them get ready with their swords because they feel that maybe someone is really hiding here. But for some time no one comes out from there. So Sial says that I thought someone would be here, but I don't think the system gave me correct information, there is no one here. Then suddenly they hear a voice, someone says to them, look, someone was watching me here, meaning someone sensed that I am here. And then he lands right in the middle of them with great speed. All of them jump back in shock. Then Sial says, what the hell, how is this possible? Out of all enemies, why did he have to come here? The Mount Hua sector leader himself appears in the middle of all of them. So he says this bastard is the same, the Mount Hua sector leader, the same bastard who killed me last time. And now that he has appeared in front of me again, that means my chances of survival are zero. Then the Mount Hua sector leader says to all of them, look, all of you have recognized me as the Mount Hua sector leader. It seems that the elders of your sector have already told you about me. Sial was thinking that how could we not recognize this bastard? In our sector, he is the biggest threat for demons. The Mount Hua sector leader is a very powerful person. But I don't understand one thing, what is this bastard doing here? He should have been on the right side, the place where he killed us last time, he should have been there. Then how did he reach here? We haven't even reached that level in our mission yet, meaning we haven't even reached that place where we reached last time. Then how did he find out that we came here, even though we came here secretly? Then at the same time he says, what is going on here? How did you find out that we are here? Then the Mount Hua sector master says to him, what do you mean how did I find out? Then he says, all of you have entered our area. Right now you are standing in front of our guard post. You demons are entering our territory and asking me how I found out. Then he says that I was patrolling this area and I saw all of you here. Meanwhile, Sial is also thinking, how is it possible that you were patrolling the same area where we were supposed to come? This is not possible at all. Then the Mount Hua sector leader, Master Gun, says to them, enough talk. I don't know what you bastards have come here to do, but the people of the demonic sector are our enemies and I kill all of you the moment I see you. Your time to die has come. Then he draws his sword and says, now quietly die by my hands. Then everyone there starts thinking what to do, should we fight here? Because all of them are weak boys, meaning all of them are here only for a recon mission. They are not fighters, so all of them start thinking what to do. Cial is also thinking that last time all of us were killed by his hands. Even if our squad commander comes here, she will also be killed by him. What can we even do against him? So we have only one option left. We have to run away from here. I did not come here to die. I am not going to die again by the hands of the same person. So he tells his people, everyone run quickly. As soon as he tells them to run from here, all of them start running in all directions. They start escaping in different directions. Then Master G starts laughing and says, do you think you can escape from here? If you had already sensed that I was going to come here, you should have run away earlier. And then he says, you people are too slow. With great speed, he attacks all of them in all directions, and in the end he comes straight at Cial and pierces his sword through Cial's body. The sword goes through Cial's body, blood starts flowing from Cial's mouth, and he falls down on the ground. Then he says to them, you weak insects exist only to increase my kill count. Then he moves towards Cial and says, it seems you are the leader of all of them, but you are even more pathetic than them. You died even faster than them. Cial is lying on the ground and says, how did you know that we were going to come here? Then Master G says, you are repeatedly asking me the same question, how did we know that you were going to come here? Then Cial says again, tell me how you found out that we were coming here. And Master G says to him, shut your nonsense, and grabs him by the hair and lifts him up and says, you tell me what you are doing here in this area, and tell me how you knew that I was in this area, because I should not have been here. Now start speaking quickly. How did you know that I was supposed to be in this area? So he starts thinking that maybe he found out about our presence here because he can sense our energy and rushed here quickly. Or there's another possibility that someone had already informed him in advance that we were going to come here. Then the Mount Hua sector leader says to him that now when your condition is extremely bad and you are going to die anyway, I think I should tell you how I found out. What do you think? Don't you think that my ranking is going to rise after killing all of you here? I am the Mount Hua sector leader. The more demons I kill, the more my count will increase and the more my reputation will rise. But there are some people who are completely useless in others' eyes. By killing all of them, I can increase my reputation here. This benefits both sides because in their eyes you are nothing but troublemakers. In the eyes of the people who sent you here, you have no value. You are useless people and they sent you here to deal with you. And I killed you and increased my count, meaning both sides benefited. Go and ask your superior in your next life why he sent you here to die. Then Cial realizes that Lord Visa deliberately sent him here because he hates him and wanted him to die. And the Mount Hua leader already knew that we were going to come here because all of this was his plan. With this, Cial starts crying tears of blood. Then he says to him, look at this. A disciple of the demonic girl crying like a child here, but child, stop now, you don't need to cry here, because of you my killing count has increased. I got a very good boost here by killing all of you. I killed so many new demons here in this ranking, I will go back and report it. Then he lifts his sword and says to him that now your time to die has come, so Lieutenant, now go to the next life along with your squad. He raises his sword to kill him. Cial is still thinking there that if only I could get one more chance, this is very unfair. What did I ever do to anyone that bastard Sevi-sama sold me here to die? I just need one more chance that I can use, and I will never let this happen again. In my next chance I will not let this happen again. As soon as he says that I need one more chance, the sword moves across his neck and once again he is at the same place inside the water where he had fallen last time. Then he says that once again a window has opened in front of me. Inside it there are three options: continue, load save point, and restart. Cial says that now what should I do here? Which option should I select out of these three? He opens his eyes and says that this is really happening again. If this is happening again, then it means that I can become alive again. But this time I am not going to go to the same place again, because if I restart, then I will again go to the same place where I went before, and if I go back, then there is no guarantee that I will come back to the same place again. This time I will have to do something different here, so he clicks on the load save point. But inside the load save points all his slots are empty, meaning you know how games work. First you have to create your save points here and only after that you can use them again and again, so the system gives him a warning that you don't have any save points at all. Then it says to him that do you want to continue from here now? If you continue from here, then you will die right here. So he says that my time is running out here, I have only one option left, I will have to restart from here and pass through everything again from the beginning. So he says what should I do here now? And then he says that I will have to restart here. When he clicks on the continue option, he gets an option there that you cannot defeat this master because you have only one chance. You can become alive again here and continue. The opponent in front of you is extremely powerful, and along with that all his details are shown that he has 6 types of extremely powerful attacks. All of those attack powers are far higher than your power level. His power levels are so high that you cannot defeat him here, which means you will have to go back to the restart option. Therefore you cannot even select the continue option here. So with this Cial says that then only one option is left, I will have to go through all of that again. But maybe this time I will do something different, and then he presses restart, and then he wakes up at the same place on the same bed, and after waking up he says that here I am again. Then he says, how is this possible? I feel like some ghost has really possessed me here. How can I come back to the same place again after dying? This means that whatever I faced was not a dream but completely real. So with this he says that if this is the case, then the captain and Chickson will also come here soon. If both of them come here, then it means the same thing is going to happen here just like before. So when both of them reach there, the bed is empty. Chickson says that he was lying right here on the bed. I saw him and left. Then the captain says to him that you probably didn't see him here. Maybe he went somewhere for training. So with this, our young Chessel says that earlier there was a +1 icon above Chickson's head, but now it is not here, which means that in the previous life I killed him and took his +1 life, but now when I have restarted again, he does not have the +1 option here, meaning I cannot kill him here either. If that is the case, then I will have to quickly kill more people here and collect more chances. If I die, then I will be able to restart again. For that, I will have to make myself stronger here, so strong that I can stand in front of the Mount Hua sector leader or change my fate here. Ma Xiaolif makes a promise to himself that no matter what happens, this time I will keep myself alive here and I will also take revenge on everyone. Especially Visama, I will kill him. I have to take revenge on that bastard. And with this, he leaves from there for his morning walk where he trains. He is running in the morning, and while running, he looks to his side in the mirror where it is writ above his head, 1 coin meaning the last chance. So he says this is my last chance and now I am going to meet Visama and I will see what he says this time. Maybe this time something will be different, but what can be different here? Everything is going to happen the same again. I will be sent on the same mission again. Xiao says that I will have to think of something here no matter what. He gets ready, and after getting ready, he directly goes to the office. After reaching there, he bows his head. This time, he bows his head first. This time, he doesn't bow slightly, and as soon as he bows his head and greets them, they say, what is this? He bowed his head first this time. So Visama gets quite surprised by this. Meanwhile, the other elder with him says that I am happy to see that this boy is very well-mannered. Then Visama says to him that this is the boy I was telling you about. This boy is very special. He is the lieutenant of our team and I was telling you about him. This boy's name is Sialvi. Then the other elder says that yes, I think he is quite well-mannered too. Master Visama says that I am glad you like this boy so much. Meanwhile, Sial is thinking there that I feel like something different is happening this time. Last time, Visama scolded me because I didn't bow my head according to his words, but this time he is talking differently. If that is the case, then I think something different will happen. But then Visama says to him that I heard you want to work like a secretary in our library. Sial thinks that I feel like everything is going to happen the same again, and with this, Sial hits his head on the ground there. He starts banging his head and says, please forgive me. This is a great honor for me, but I cannot do this. I feel that I should not get such a big privilege because I am not worthy of it. Master Visama says to him, why do you think like that? If you don't want to work there, then fine, I will send you on a recon mission instead. At the same time, Sial says, sir, I want to say something to you. Then Visama says, tell me what you want to say. And at the same time, the window opens and the same 3 options appear in front of him. So Sial says that the same thing is happening again. There is a 10-second timer and I have to choose for myself here. Which option should I choose? I have already tried the first 2 options. With the first 2 options, my death is guaranteed here. If I choose the 3rd option and get my arm cut, then maybe things will become different here. If I get my arm cut, I will lose 1 arm, but at least my life will be saved. Then Sial says that I am going to select this option. And Sial selects that option and says, sir, I can cut my right arm for you. At the same time, Sial is thinking that if this bastard says, okay, cut your arm, then I will have to cut it. And if he says that there is no need to cut it, then thank God I will be saved. Visama takes out his knife and throws it in front of him and says, come on then, fine, cut your arm. Sialvi chooses the 3rd option from his system and says that he can cut his right arm for him. Hearing this, Visama asks where this idea suddenly came from. Sialvi thinks to himself that suddenly saying something like this makes no sense at all, so he decides that he needs to twist his words. He then says that he has been thinking a lot and realizes that he has made a very big mistake. Explains that he has been training here for the last 8 years, but he was never given any powerful martial art. Because of this, he secretly went inside Visama's office and searched through his books, checking them without permission. He says that he feels deeply ashamed of this and that for such a mistake, he deserves to die. He asks that if he had taken permission earlier, would Visama really have refused him? Then he calls him his lord and says that he is ready to cut his arm to prove his loyalty. He says that he is not a spy and that he was not doing anything wrong, but was only searching for martial arts to become strong. He then asks Visama to kill him if he wants and starts banging his head again. After hearing this, Sevi-sama says that it seems he truly wants to prove his loyalty, and Chaldong also says that this boy is genuinely very interesting and deserves to be given a chance. Sama thinks for a while, then takes out a knife and throws it in front of Sialvi, saying that since he claimed he would prove his loyalty by cutting his right arm, he should do it now. Sialvi thinks to himself that this is exactly what he feared, wondering if Visama would really make him cut his arm. Visama then tells him to hurry up and asks what he is waiting for, saying that he wants to see how loyal he truly is. Sialvi thinks that it is only one arm and that if he can survive after cutting it, he will do it. With this thought, he picks up the knife, places it on his shoulder, and says that he might survive or his arm might be cut, or he might still remain alive, and now everything depends on whether Visama stops him or not, but he has to do this. With that, Sialvi pushes the knife into his shoulder and bleeding immediately starts. It becomes clearly visible that he is cutting his own arm. As he continues slicing, he starts screaming loudly because his arm is about to be severed, and even his bone becomes visible. At that moment, someone shouts for him to stop, saying that this is enough, and Hack comes down and snatches the knife from his hand. Sialvi then realizes that if she had not come down and taken the knife from his hand, his arm would have been cut off because he had already reached the bone, and if he had sliced one more time, his arm would have fallen to the ground. He understands that this girl saved him, which means she never wanted his arm but only wanted to test him. She simply wanted to see whether he was truly loyal or not, and with this realization, Sialvi then, he looks above his head and sees +4 lives written there. So along with that, he says that I should completely forget about adding these 4 lives to my side because she is stronger than me. And along with that, he says this is my last chance and I only need to think about surviving here. So V-sama becomes happy and says to Chaldong that, see, I told you that this guy is very interesting, and I think he should be given a chance here just like you said. Then he says to him that, boy, you have been inside this demonic place for the last 8 years, and I have never seen anyone who is ready to cut his own arm for his mistake. I really liked your spirit. And with that, he throws a token in front of him and says, take this. This is the Heavenly Sun Archive token. I am sending you to the library as an instructor. You have to go there and take care of the library, and it is possible that you might get a chance to learn some martial arts techniques from there because all the basic techniques are kept there. This is a chance for you, so do not waste it. And if you disappoint me, then next time things can become very bad for you. Sialvi holds the token in his hand and says that I had 3 options. The first 2 options led directly to death, and the third one was about cutting my arm, which was extremely dangerous. But because of that, my life was saved. Now I have the library token, which means I do not need to go on the recon mission anymore. I can go inside the library, read books, and make myself strong. He stands up and says, V-sama, I am leaving now. And with that, he walks away while thinking that this bastard tried to make me cut my arm to test my loyalty, and I will not spare him at all. Once I become stronger, I will kill this bastard. At least I have escaped from this situation and I have survived. Now that I have survived, I need to add my lives and increase my chances. And with that, Sialvi directly heads towards the Heavenly Sun Archive. Heavenly Sun Archive is a very large building with many sections or levels inside it, and he is assigned to work on the lowest level. After reaching there, the manager asks him his name and he tells it. Then he asks his age and he says, I am 27 years old. After that, the manager asks about his experience, and he says that for the last 8 years I was selected in the Flying Hand Company for a recon mission. The manager reads his recommendation letters, basically his CV, and says that it is written here that out of 1,000 trainees you ranked 12th, which means your skills were very good. Then why were you working here with the Flying Hand Squad? At the same time, he thinks that this boy is very special and should have been in the main striking force because his skills are very good, but despite that he was demoted and kept in another squad for 8 years. Then he asks what is wrong with your arm, it looks injured, so Sialvi replies that it was just a small accident, and with that the manager says an accident happened and continues checking his papers. Below that, Visama's name is written, so he understands how this accident must have happened. Then he says, girl, come with me quickly, and takes her along as he moves forward. He leads her down the stairs into the basement, where he shows her the place and tells her that this is where she will be working. All the books kept in this area will be her responsibility. Every book must be properly arranged on the racks, and whoever takes a book must return it and place it back exactly where it was taken from. After coming here, Sialvi sees that there are countless shelves and thousands of books stored there. The master tells him that no book should be damaged in any way, and if any book gets damaged, he will have to pay for it. Then he asks if he has any problem with this work and why he is standing quietly. Sialvi replies that no sir, he has no problem and he will work carefully. He tells him to come quickly and look, and explains how the books must be kept in proper order, neatly aligned on the shelves. New books arrive here regularly, books come in every week, and they must be placed on the shelves according to their categories and names, and they can also be arranged alphabetically. Meanwhile, Sialvi ignores his instructions and keeps looking at the books around him, thinking that Visama, that bastard, probably does not even realize what a huge favor he has done by sending me into this archive. All the books kept here are basic techniques that are taught to students, especially beginners, but I have not learned even a single one of these techniques because I was never allowed to come here. Now that I am finally here, I can gain a lot from this place. It's possible that I might even find a special technique that I can use. Then he thinks about what to do with that bastard Du Hang first. The manager's name is Du Hang. He thinks that he needs to find a book that will allow him to learn a skill and then kill that bastard Du Hang because above Du Hang's head +1 life is written. Xiaovi believes that if he kills this bastard, meaning the manager Du Hang, then that +1 life will be added to him. Xiaovi becomes greedy and thinks that if he wants to increase his chances, then he will have to kill every person who has a +1 life chance. If he kills the manager, things will become easier for him, but at the same time he realizes that if he kills the manager, what explanation will he give to everyone else because dealing with him will not be easy at all. He also wonders how strong the manager might be. With that thought he says, "Excuse me, sir," and as soon as he says this, Master Duhong turns around and stares at him intensely. He feels a terrifying aura and thinks that this guy cannot be killed. At the same time his heartbeat starts racing and he thinks that this bastard is far too strong and right now my arm is badly injured, so how will I kill him with just one arm? The master looks at him and asks, "Yes, tell me, what is the problem?" At that moment, Xiaovi imagines pulling out a knife and stabbing it into the master's body. Master Duhong has no idea at all that he is about to be attacked, because a boy has just arrived in the library and suddenly attacks him. As soon as the knife enters his body, Master Duhong shouts, "You bastard, what have you done?" and pushes him back while saying, "Has your mind gone crazy? Why are you attacking me?" Xiaovi steps back and thinks that it seems I could not put enough strength with my injured arm, and the knife did not go deep enough into his body, which is why he survived. That means now I will have to fight him properly. His life force is +1, but he is much stronger than Chixin. At the same time, Master Duhong also pulls out his own knife and says, "You bastard, you attacked me first, and now if I kill you here, Lord Visama will not say anything to me." Meanwhile, Xiaovi thinks that I must finish him as quickly as possible. I have to kill him using the basic martial arts technique that I learned, the same technique with which I killed Chixin. He steps forward with his blade, but because of his injury, he is unable to attack Du Hong properly. Du Hong bends down, lunges forward, grabs him, and slams Xiaovi to the ground. After Xiaovi falls, Master Du Hong places his hand on Xiaovi's shoulder, clenches his fist, and presses hard on the wounded area, making Xiaovi think that now I am finished, I will not survive this. Master Du Hong sits on top of him, keeps pressing his shoulder, raises his knife and says, "You bastard, now you will not escape," and stabs the knife into Xiaovi's body. Blood spills everywhere and Xiaovi dies on the spot. All of this was only Xiaovi's imagination. He had closed his eyes and was imagining whether he could defeat the manager, playing out every possible scene in his mind, but in reality he could not defeat him. Master Duhong then says, "Boy, what happened? Why are you standing here with your eyes closed and you mentioned my name earlier, what do you want to say?" Xiaovi smiles, puts his hand into his pocket, takes out some coins, shows them to him and says, "Master, I think the weather here is quite pleasant, so you should buy some dry fruits for yourself." The master looks at him, then at the money and stands silently. Xiaovi starts thinking that did I mess something up? I was just trying to keep him happy by giving him money, but what if he does not accept bribes? Master Duhong takes the money, puts it into his pocket and says, "Very good, I like you a lot. Now that I like you, I want to give you some advice. Do not do anything foolish here and do not pick fights with anyone because monsters are hidden everywhere in this place." So Xiaovi says that here only one option is available, which is the So Hui School's martial arts. There Xiaovi says that he has never heard about the So Hui School before, but since the names of the other two schools are already listed here, this means that this must also be a famous school. So he selects it, and inside it, 3 more arts appear, which include sword technique, hand technique, and foot technique. Then he says that now 3 different martial arts techniques are appearing here, so which one should he select? Besides that, for now, he will go with the sword technique, because if he masters the sword technique here, he will be able to kill the manager very easily since sword combat is more important here. He plans to master the other 2 techniques later, and with that thought, he selects the sword art. As soon as he selects it, the system tells him that now a shadow will be shown to him, meaning a video will be displayed in which a shadow will perform all the techniques in front of him, and he will have to copy them. This is how he will be able to learn them. Along with this, a shadow comes out from inside the system and stands in front of him. The shadow is holding a sword in its hand and is looking straight at him. Xiaovi says in surprise that this is a shadow and it even has a sword in its hand. At the same time, the shadow takes its first stance, showing how to place the feet and how to hold the sword properly. Xiaovi then says that this feels different from what was said about the video, because this shadow has come out of the video and is now teaching him live how to copy these moves and how to master swordsmanship techniques here. This means that he now has a teacher of his own. This shadow will be his teacher and he will learn from it. If that is the case, then he can easily adopt martial arts techniques here and learn new ones. So he decides to move forward quickly, because he will have to climb step by step. The shadow teaches him one step at a time, showing how to perform sword techniques, how to hold the sword, and how to move forward. Xiaovi becomes extremely happy and says that this system is truly very good. Then Xiaovi stands up right there, picks up a sword, and says that it seems his days of becoming a martial artist have finally arrived. If he can learn techniques here, then this is an opportunity for him, and he does not want to lose this chance at any cost. With that, he holds the sword and starts practicing together with the shadow. He starts practicing with the shadow and says that he is very happy that he was able to gain this advantage here and also got this opportunity. At the same time, he says that right now his main focus is to defeat Du Hong. No one knows what poor Du Hong ever did to him, but now Xiaovi has completely gone after him and keeps saying that he will kill him here and steal his life. Along with this, he starts mastering all the techniques of the So Hui school. Whatever techniques the shadow shows him, he keeps performing them again and again. While practicing like this, a full month passes, and after 1 month, Xiaovi becomes highly proficient in swordsmanship. His sword skills improve so much that he stabs the wall in front of him and even stabs inside the cupboard, causing the cupboard to break as well. This shows how powerful his thrust has become. However, his shoulder has still not fully recovered, and his arm has also not completely healed yet. Then he says that these So martial arts are truly very impressive, and just by using one arm in swordsmanship, he has become much stronger. He also says that he even broke the entire cupboard, and if Du Hong comes here, he is definitely going to get very angry. After that, he decides to arrange the remaining books properly. Then another month passes. Now Xiaovi masters the punching technique and the foot technique as well. After swordsmanship, he focuses on the hand technique and the foot technique and masters both of them. He says that after learning swordsmanship, mastering these two techniques became much easier and he has now properly mastered both of them. After mastering the new techniques, Xiaovi can now throw punches with great proficiency. He punches forward and says that it is truly much better, meaning his technique has become extremely powerful. He says that now he can punch someone very quickly, and after learning the sword technique, he is completely confident that if he ends up fighting Du Hong, he will be able to defeat him even with just one arm. Then he says that 2 months have passed, but he still has not been able to understand this part properly, because the special swordsmanship technique he received from the So Hui school has a unique skill within it. Everyone knows every sword technique has a special skill, and its name is the Grand Shape Sword Technique. However, below it there are options showing how to perform it, but he cannot understand them because there are only arrows displayed like in Agonmi, such as down arrows. Because of this, he cannot understand how to perform this technique. Until now, he has not been able to unlock this special effect skill in the room. So he wonders how this skill can be unlocked because there are only instructions given, such as jumping up and down, side walking, and moving back and forward. These instructions are shown, but he does not understand at all how to perform them to unlock this special skill. There, Xiaovi sits and thinks to himself that now he can defeat Du Hong, and along with that, he feels extremely happy. He says that he should quickly put the books back on the shelves again, and he starts sorting all the books properly. He says that he is now completely tired of lifting and arranging these books, meaning that every day he has only one job. Whenever books arrive, he has to place them inside the shelves and arrange them in the correct order. Then he says that he does not know when he will be able to master other techniques here. Since he is already here, he thinks that he should read the basic techniques from some other books as well, although these might be basic techniques for others. For him, they can act as guidelines through which he can make himself stronger. While he is sitting there, a master suddenly appears from behind and says that he did not know anyone else would be here. When Xiaovi turns around, he becomes very nervous because when he sees that a master is standing there, he thinks, who is this person? At the same time, the master says to him, is there something on my face? Why are you staring at my face in such a shocked way? Then Xiaovi remembers something. Master Du Hong had said that if he wanted to work here, he should be careful, because there are some monsters hidden here, and there could be many monsters around this place. Xiaovi thinks that Du Hong was absolutely right, because the person standing in front of him feels exactly like a monster. This is because Xiaobi can see a number count above his head showing plus 10 lives, meaning that if he kills this person, he would gain 10 chances. The problem with this 10 count is that this person is extremely powerful. Xiaovi wonders what such a powerful person is doing here. The master again asks him what happened and whether there is something on his face. Xiaovi quickly replies that no, sir, there is nothing on your face. The master then tells him that there is no need to be so formal and asks him to quickly tell his name. Xiaovi tells him his name and says that his name is Xiaovi, and that he has been working in this place for the past 1 month. At the same time, Xiaovi is thinking that he must behave very respectfully with this person because he is even more powerful than Hack, who is Master Visama's personal bodyguard. This master has 10 counts above his head, while Hack only has plus 4, which means this person is much stronger and is truly like a monster. So he needs to be very careful while dealing with him. After this, the master asks Xiaovi what he is doing here. Xiaovi replies that he is on duty here and that he has been assigned the task of taking care of all these books. The master says that he understands and then asks if he can ask him a question. Xiaovi replies politely that yes sir, he can ask whatever he wants. The master then says that he is looking for one of his favorite books. Says that it is a very special book, and its name is The Guide of Sams of One. He asks whether Xiaovi has seen that book here because he thinks that the last time he might have left it here. In reality, that book is actually in Xiaovi's hands. It is the same book that he had opened earlier and from which he had started reading the basic techniques. He thinks to himself, what should I do now? The book is in my hands right now. If I tell him that his book is with me, then this person is extremely dangerous. At the same time, an option window appears in front of him. Just as he is about to reply, two options appear. The first option is that he has not seen the book. The second option is that he has seen the book and has already mastered all the martial arts written inside it. Sialvi says to himself, damn it, why do I need options at a time like this? I am completely trapped right now. If I say that I have not seen the book, and then he recognizes the book in my hand, I will surely die here. But if I say that I have seen the book and mastered the martial arts inside it, he will be even angrier because I learned martial arts from his book without permission. Now what should I do? I just got a second chance and I only have one life left. If I had already killed Du Hong and had two chances, then I could have taken this risk. But now, what should I do? I cannot understand anything and I do not have much time either. I only have 10 seconds. I must do something quickly. I absolutely cannot tell him that I have mastered the martial arts. So he decides to take a chance and go with the first option. He selects the first option and says that he has not seen the book. As soon as he clicks the first option, he repeats that he has not seen the book. The master replies that if that is the case, then it is fine, and he will look for the book in this place himself. He says that he must have left the book somewhere here and then turns around. Sialvi feels relieved and thinks that thankfully he made the right decision by saying that he had not seen the book. Sialvi then tells the master that he will also help him look for the book nearby. The master happily replies that of course, and thanks him for helping, saying that he cannot remember where he left the book last time. Sialvi says that it is fine and that they can look for it together. After that, Sialvi follows the master while the master looks around to see where he might have placed the book. After walking a little distance, the master suddenly stops and says to wait because he remembers now. He says that he remembers where he placed the book and that he can see it right now. Sialvi asks him to tell where he kept the book. Suddenly, the master turns back angrily and stares at Sialvi with a serious expression, saying that the book is in Sialvi's hand right now, yet he said that he had not seen it. Sialvi becomes extremely nervous and thinks that he is finished because the master has realized that he lied. In the demonic cult, lying is considered betrayal and betrayers are punished severely. Sialvi becomes even more terrified as the master starts walking toward him and he thinks that now he is completely doomed. When the master comes close and stares at him, Sialvi thinks that now he is completely finished. What should he do now? He cannot run and he cannot fight either. Just then the master suddenly starts laughing and says that he got scared too easily. He says that he was only joking with him and asks him to please forgive him, saying that he was just teasing him. Sialvi asks in shock if it was really just a joke. The master replies yes, it was only a joke. He says that Sialvi has just started working here, introduces himself as Ilb and says that he is very pleased to meet him. He adds that Sialvi is actually a very funny boy and also quite polite. Then he says that he only came to this archive to look for a few books and once he finds them he will leave. Meanwhile, Sialvi is still extremely shaken and thinks to himself that this guy is smiling now, but he almost scared him to death. He wonders why this man came here today at all. If he did not want the book that Sialvi was holding, then what exactly was he looking for here? After that, the young master starts checking through some books, flipping through them and reading a little. He stays there for a while and then starts walking back, but at the same time he begins talking to Sialvi. Sialvi thinks that after looking at the books for a while, he is finally going to talk to him. He wonders if the young master is going to ask about some book and where it is kept. Then the young master says that it seems Sialvi has gotten a job here and he has also heard that Lord Visama arranged this job for him. Sialvi replies that yes, it is true, Master Visama got him this job. The young master then says that he is surprised that the old man has started taking interest in someone like him and even sent him here with a job. Hearing this, Sialvi is shocked that he casually calls Lord Visama an old man. Sialvi replies that Visama usually treats him politely and shows him kindness because he is very weak. The young master responds that so it means Visama treats him with great kindness. He asks Sialvi whether Visama cared about him so much that he even told him to cut off his right arm and give it to him, and whether Sialvi really tried to cut off his own arm. Sialvi thinks to himself that this bastard knows everything, which means he came here fully prepared and already knows what happened between him and Visama. The young master then apologizes and says that he does not want to remind Sialvi of his painful past or the reason why he tried to cut off his arm. He says that he only wanted to know a little about him. Then he adds that at least it is a good thing that the old man did not tell him to cut his throat instead. Even though his arm has become useless, if he had cut his throat, then his story would have ended completely. He finishes by saying that it is a good thing that Sialvi managed to survive and did not die. Then he says to him, tell me one thing, you can no longer learn demonic martial arts now. One of your arms has become useless, and with just one arm you cannot learn demonic martial arts. Sialvi starts thinking to himself about what this man is really trying to do. Why does he want to know so much about him, and why is he asking such questions? At the same time, he also thinks about how this man casually calls Lord Visama an old man, which clearly means that his status must be extremely high. Then the young master asks him if he looks surprised. Sialvi replies, asking what he means. The young master says that Sialvi must be wondering how he can call Lord Visama an old man when Visama is the master of the imperial palace. He says that he can call him that simply because he wants to. Sialvi replies that it does not matter to him how he addresses Visama because he is not at a level where he can question him about such things. The young master says that this reaction is quite natural. Then he asks Sialvi another question. He asks whether Sialvi has mastered the martial arts techniques of the Sohyui school. Hearing this, Sialvi becomes nervous and thinks about what he should do now. The young master then presses further and asks how much he has mastered the martial arts of the Sohyui school. Sialvi becomes even more anxious and wonders what to do. He knows he cannot lie because the man has clearly noticed that he has mastered martial arts, but he does not understand how he found out. Sialvi apologizes and says that he does not understand what the young master is talking about. As the young master walks past him, he says that it seems Sialvi truly does not understand his words. Sialvi replies that with one useless arm how could he possibly master anything? With only one arm all he can do is pick up books and place them on the shelves. For now, learning martial arts with one arm is simply impossible for him. Hearing this, the young master starts laughing and says that if that is the case, then Sialvi truly cannot learn the Sohyui school's martial arts with one arm. He then adds in a serious tone that either Sialvi is telling the truth, or he thinks the young master is a fool who knows nothing about him and is trying to deceive him. When he speaks in such a serious tone, Sialvi becomes even more frightened. He thinks that now he cannot take back his words, since he has already said that he has not mastered any martial arts, so he says that maybe the young master is joking again. The young master then says that it is fine and tells him to go back to his work, adding that this was all he wanted to ask. As he starts walking toward the door, he suddenly stops. Seeing this, Sialvi wonders why he suddenly stopped when he was about to leave. At that moment, a system window opens in front of Sialvi. Sialvi thinks to himself that this is complete nonsense and wonders why the window has suddenly opened again. Three options appear in front of him. The first option reads, "Is your name Ganma and are you Shama's fourth disciple?" As soon as Sialvi reads the first option, he is completely shocked. He thinks that this cannot be possible. How can this person be Ganma? He has never seen Ganma before, but he knows one thing for sure. Ganma is someone whose existence alone is terrifying. He is an extremely dangerous person, because Choma, who is the demon guard of our demon sector, is his master, and he is Choma's fourth disciple. That is why he casually called Master Visama an old man, because his status is far higher. All the disciples of the demon lord hold a status higher than every imperial master. Thinking about defeating this man is something Sialvi cannot even imagine, and he should not even think about fighting him. But then why is the system giving him these options? He has only three options. Should he tell him according to the system that he is Ganma, since he has come here hiding his identity and has given him a false name? Then he thinks about his other options. He cannot choose the second option, which says that the book Ganma is looking for is the same book from which he learned the Sohyui school's martial arts, because choosing that option would mean admitting that he lied earlier. The third option says that their situations are the same, and that they could help each other. He realizes he cannot choose the third option either, because how could he possibly help someone like him, and he cannot honestly say that their situations are the same. So he decides that he has no choice but to go with the first option because he has very little time left. With that, he chooses the first option and says, "Are you Ganma, Choma's fourth disciple?" As soon as he says this, Ganma replies, "Very impressive. That means you know about me. I don't know how you came to know who I am, but that changes nothing. Think of me as someone just like you, a person who has come here and is now deeply trapped in the politics of power struggles." Hearing this, Sialvi immediately kneels in front of him and says, "Please forgive me if I said anything improper in front of you." At the same time, he thinks to himself how lucky he is that he survived and that Ganma did not get angry. He also realizes that if he had chosen any other option and it had gone wrong, this man would have killed him on the spot. Then Ganma says, "Fine, I will leave now, you continue with your work." As Ganma starts to leave, he suddenly stops again. Sialvi thinks to himself what kind of nonsense this is and why he has stopped again. At that moment, the system window opens once more. Sialvi thinks, what is going on now, why has the window opened again? This time the remaining two options appear in front of him, and he is forced to choose one of them. Sialvi wonders if someone is playing a joke on him because he has already chosen an option once, and now the same remaining two options are being presented again. He realizes that he cannot choose the third option, so he decides to move forward with the second one. After choosing the second option, he says, "The book you were looking for is the same book from which I mastered martial arts." As soon as he says this, Ganma stops and says, "I already told you that if you lie to me, it means you think I am a fool. I asked you earlier whether you had seen that book and you said no. That means you lied to me and now you must die." With that, Ganma draws his sword, leaps forward at incredible speed and charges toward Sialvi, saying, "The time for your death has arrived." He moves forward to attack him and comes extremely close with his sword, and just as he pulls out his sword to strike him, Sialvi also thinks that now his Ganmi is over and that he's going to die here. But at the same moment he suddenly stops, because the window opens again and he is given the third option, and he is told that now there is only one option left and he must choose it. That option tells him that he has to say that your situation is the same as mine. At the same time, the timer shown there is set to 500 seconds. Seeing this, Sialvi becomes even more shocked and says to himself, what is going on here? The system has become far too stubborn now. Earlier I was given 3 options and was repeatedly forced to select all of them, and now it feels like I have no other option left at all. I have no choice but to select this option. But when his eyes fall on the timer, he says, "What is this? Why is the timer so long?" Earlier, I was given only 10 seconds to think, but right now I am getting a full 500 seconds. What does this mean? Does it mean that I need to find some kind of hint here? If I have to say that your situation is the same as mine, then I feel that there must be something more here that I can use to deal with him, to back up what I am saying so that I can justify my words. He will not easily believe what I say, and if his situation was really the same, then he would have come to me asking for help. But because he is Choma's disciple, he cannot directly talk to me. Along with this, Sialvi starts thinking about what he should do now. He feels that he must have received some kind of hint, because the system would not give him an option like this without a reason. Then he thinks about what happened here a little while ago. He recalls that when this man came here earlier, the first thing he did was notice the book in his hand. Even after that, he kept looking for the book. If he only wanted the book, then he would have simply come, taken the book from him, or immediately told him that he was lying. But instead, he stayed there and kept looking at the surrounding books. Not only that, he also knew that Sialvi had been sent here by Master Visama. He also knew that his shoulder was injured. He even knew that Sialvi had tried to cut his own arm to escape from Visama, and Sialvi realizes that he calls Visama an old man. This clearly means that his relationship with Visama is not good at all. His relationship with Visama is bad. And when they talked a little, he also said that he's nothing more than a person who has been dragged into this dirty political power struggle and just wants to become stronger. This means that he has no value in front of the other 3 disciples. He is the 4th disciple, but he does not have much power. If we look at the situation, the other 3 disciples currently have the support of all the elders and are also much stronger. Because of this, his chances of becoming the next Choma, the successor, are extremely low. And Sialvi thinks that this man needs a backup elder for himself. That is why he came to Sialvi, because he knows that Sialvi can tell him about Master Visama's weakness, since Master Visama personally sent Sialvi to this place. Because Master Visama is an imperial master, he moves forward to attack him and comes extremely close with his sword. Just as he is about to strike, Sial starts thinking that this is the end and he is going to die here. But at that moment, he suddenly stops because the window opens again and the 3rd option appears. It says that now there is only one option left and he must choose it. That option tells him to say that your situation is the same as mine. Along with this, a timer of 500 seconds appears. This completely shocks him and he thinks, what is going on here? First, I was given 3 options and was forced to select them again and again, and now it feels like I have no other choice left. He must select this option. But when he looks at the timer, he realizes that this time the system has given him much more time. Earlier, he only had 10 seconds to think, but now he has a full 500 seconds. This means there must be a hint hidden here. If I am supposed to say that our situations are the same, then there must be something more behind it, something I can use as backup to justify my words. Otherwise, he would never believe me. If his situation were truly like mine, he would have come to ask for help directly. But since he is Choma's disciple, he cannot talk openly. Sialvi then starts thinking carefully about everything that happened earlier. When this man arrived, he had already noticed the book in my hands, yet he continued searching for books around the area. If he only wanted the book, he could have taken it from me immediately or exposed my lie right away. But instead, he stayed. He also knew that I was sent here by Master Visama. He knew my shoulder was injured. He even knew that I had tried to cut my arm to escape Visama. He calls Visama an old man, which clearly means his relationship with Visama is bad. During our conversation, he also said that he's just someone who got trapped in this dirty power struggle and politics and only wants to become stronger. That means among the 4 disciples, he has the least value. He is the 4th disciple, but he does not possess much power. The other 3 disciples are stronger and are supported by elders, which makes his chances of becoming Choma's successor very low. Because of this, he needs a backup elder. That is why he came to me, because he knows I can reveal Master Visama's weakness. Visama personally sent me here. If Visama, who controls 5 imperial palaces, supports him, becoming the successor would become much easier. After calculating everything, Sial realizes that if he reveals Visama's weakness, his connection with the Mount Hwa sector leader, then this man can use that weakness to pull Visama to his side, and Sial's life will be saved. He also realizes that an entire month has passed since he arrived here, and he is the only surviving member of the Flying Head Squad. That means the squad was likely recalled and wiped out by the Mount Hwa leader. If this man already knows all this, that explains why he came to meet Sial personally. As the timer ends and the attack is about to land, Ganma suddenly stops because Sial selects the option and says, "Your situation is the same as mine." Ganma asks, "What did you just say?" Sial replies that he knows how difficult it is for Ganma to become the successor and how hard it is for him to compete with the other disciples. The other 3 disciples are stronger and have powerful elders backing them, while Ganma has no elder support at all. Ganma warns him not to change the topic and asks what he is really trying to say. Sial realizes this is working. If Ganma truly wanted to kill him, he would have already done so. The fact that he stopped means negotiation is possible. Cial then says that he knows why Ganma came here, because he wants Master Visama's support. Ganma admits that this is true. Cial realizes that Ganma has taken the bait. He explains that Master Visama is currently the head of the Imperial Palace and controls 5 Imperial Palaces. If Visama supports him, Ganma will gain a powerful backup and his path to becoming the successor will open. That is why Ganma did not come here for a book. He came looking for Cial because he knows Cial is the only surviving member of the Flying Head Squad present here. Hearing this, Ganma slowly puts his sword away and turns back. You already knew everything here. You knew that the book was in my hands, yet you still stayed here for a while. Even after that, you did not want to leave because you wanted to talk to me. Koma listens carefully to all of this. Then Cial says to him, now tell me, what do you want from me? Won't you talk to me? Won't you tell me? Because inside the demonic sect I am nothing. So tell me, how can I help you? Ganma replies that inside this demonic sect your value is nothing. In front of all of us you are nothing more than an ant that can be crushed and thrown away any time. Cialvi responds that you came to me only because you think that I might have some weakness of Lord Visama because I spent 8 years with him, so it is possible that I know one of his weaknesses. Koma asks, do you really think that such a thing is possible? Cial replies, yes, I believe it is. Do you really think that I would have no weakness of his? I am the only one who survived from the Flying Head Squad, while everyone else died during the recall mission, where the Mount HWA leader killed them all, and you know this very well. That is exactly why you came to me, because I am the only squad member who survived. After hearing all of this, Ganma starts laughing and says, boy, you are very interesting. It seems that the old bastard spared your life for this very reason, because you must have spoken like this even in front of him. That is why you were sent to this place. Yes, this is indeed true. Fine, I accept that I came to you to find one of his weaknesses because I want his support. I need his help so that I can move forward. I want to become the successor. So can you really give me one of his weaknesses? Cial replies, yes, I have his weakness. Ganma asks, then tell me, what weakness do you have? Or do you have some kind of plan through which you can reveal his weakness to me or bring him to my side? Cial suddenly falls silent. Ganma asks, what happened now? Why are you not ready to tell me anything? Earlier you were saying you had a plan and you were making such big claims, but now you have gone quiet. Cial then says, I will tell you, but in return I need a promise. I need to know what I will get in exchange if I do this for you, because I will be putting my life on the line. I will reveal Lord Visama's weakness to you, but I must get something in return as well. After hearing this, Ganma says, oh, so now you are making demands from me. Do you really think you are in a position to demand something from me? Cial replies, yes, I can make a demand because my life is on the line here, not yours. I am going to do a lot of work for you here. You will receive support, and if that support benefits you in any way, then I should also get something in return. I will not do anything for you for free like this. If you want to kill me, then kill me right here, but if you keep me alive, it will benefit you much more. Hearing this, he says, fine then, I promise you. Koma then says, all right, bring me his weakness, and I promise you that whatever you want, I will give it to you. I will give you the best thing I possibly can, but before that, you will have to work for me. Cial replies, yes, yes, I will tell you what his weakness is. Then he says his weakness is that he is connected with the Mount HWA sector leader. Lord Visama has very deep communication with him, and both of them have joined hands with each other. As soon as Ganma hears this, he asks, do you have any proof to support this claim, or are you just guessing? Cial replies, no, I am not just guessing. You know very well that a man like Visama would never leave any evidence behind. Koma says, then that means this is just a guess. Cial responds, no, this is not just a guess, and you know that too. That is exactly why you came to me. Don't you find it strange that all the soldiers sent on the recall mission were killed, even though their task was only to stay there and keep watch? Why was the Mount HWA sector leader present there, and why did he kill so many of our demonic disciples? From that entire squad, I am the only one who survived because I was not sent on that mission. You have many people who can confirm whether the Mount HWA sector leader was truly present there and whether he killed our men, since Ganma controls many forces, including soldiers and an intelligence unit that gathers information for him. Cial tells him to activate his forces and use them to gather all the information. Once you do that, you will find out the truth yourself. After hearing this, Ganma says, fine, I accept this for now. Then he asks, tell me your name. Cial tells him his name again. Ganma says, Cialvi, it is good that you revealed one of his weaknesses to me, and I will verify this myself by sending my people to investigate. To truly trust you, I need you to do one thing for me. You will carry out a task for me. Cial replies, fine, tell me what you want me to do. Ganma then asks, do you know Captain Zhang Mayung? Cial answers, yes, I know Captain Zhang Mayung. Ganma says, go and kill him. Only if you return after killing Captain Zhang Mayung will I fully trust you because he is Visama's trusted man. Only if you kill one of Visama's men will I believe that you are truly on my side, because if you fail to kill him, then that would mean you were sent by Visama and you pretended to side with me only to trap me later for Visama's sake. Hearing this, Cial says, you know how powerful Captain Jiak Mayung is, right? Do you really think I can kill him in my current condition? He replies, do you honestly expect me to believe that you are weak? When you have mastered all the martial arts of the 100 HWI martial school, Cial thinks to himself that it's not that he doesn't want to kill that bastard Jock Myung, he wants to kill him too. But the problem is that for now his condition doesn't allow him to do it easily. Still, he has no other option left. With only one arm and relying on the martial arts of the Soi school, he will have to kill him. So he says, fine, I Cialvi will kill him in return. Ganma replies, good, then hurry up, go kill him and come back here quickly. I will wait for you at the very top floor of this tower and I will see how fast you return after killing him. Once you come back, our deal will move forward. Cial prepares himself right there, leaves the library, takes his sword and steps outside. Cial thinks that this bastard has given him a direct order. Only if he kills Captain Jock Myung will he earn his trust. He then looks at his status window, and also at Jock Myung's status window because now he has the option to view information about his enemy through the system after locking onto a target. Here, Cialvi's stats are revealed to be extremely poor. His health level is only 105, and his Kai power is 240. On the other hand, Jock Myung's health level is 1404, and his Kai power is 1560. On top of that, he has many special skills and powerful special attacks. This clearly means Cial cannot last long in a direct fight against him. Cial realizes that if he wants to kill Jock Myung, there is only one option, to somehow launch a sneak attack and kill him in a single strike. Otherwise, he will fail this mission. At Cial leaves the library and steps outside, carefully planning how to kill him. A person lowers his guard only when he is asleep or when he is in the arms of his lover. Cial thinks through every possibility of how to kill him. He cannot kill him while he is sleeping because he stays inside the dorm rooms, and on the other hand, he has no lover. That means the only place he can be killed is inside the washroom. So Cial heads toward the toilet, knowing that every evening at this time Jock Myung always comes there. He enters the toilet and thinks that the moment Jock Myung sits down, he will attack him from below. Yes, he knows this place is extremely filthy, and once he goes down there he will have to endure the stench. But even so, this is the only place where he can kill him. There is no other location where it would be possible. Inside the bathroom, Jock Myung will sit down and relax, and only then will Cial be able to kill him. Cialvi covers his nose and says that now he has to go under the washroom. He thinks that Jock Myung will arrive very soon. This is a matter of survival. It's not like he can run away just because it smells bad here. He has no choice, he has to do this. As he looks back, he sees Jock Myung approaching the washroom, one hand resting on his stomach, walking straight toward it. Cial mutters that he's coming, and now he must quickly get under the toilet so he can launch a sneak attack from below. Jock Myung walks straight into the washroom without paying attention to anything else. Cial jumps and slips under the toilet. To his surprise, the place is fairly clean and he thinks they must have cleaned it today. At least it's good that it's clean. Soon after, Cial realizes that Jock Myung has arrived. He hides himself to the side underneath, and the moment Jock Myung pulls down his pants and sits on the toilet, Cial thinks that he has only one chance. He must kill him in a single attack. He plans to thrust his sword straight into Jock Myung's vital point and finish him instantly. Jock Myung sits down and starts relieving himself, and just as Cial is about to stab upward with his sword, a large pile of filth suddenly falls down from above. Cial curses, wondering what nonsense this is, and quickly moves to the side to save himself. Jock Myung's stomach is upset and Cial barely manages to avoid the mess. Cial grits his teeth and curses him, saying that the bastard opened the floodgates the moment he arrived. Still, Cial tells himself that this is his only chance and he cannot waste it. If Jock Myung finishes and stands up, Cial won't be able to kill him. That moment, a system window opens and tells him to use the Grandship Sword technique. Cial is shocked and wonders why this window would open at a time like this because he still doesn't know how to use the Grandship technique. He has never used it before and doesn't even know how to perform it. But suddenly his sword begins to move on its own. Cial panics and wonders what is happening, asking himself if the system is forcing him to perform this technique. Next moment, his body moves instinctively, and he unleashes the Grandship technique, striking upward with immense force. The attack is unbelievably powerful, so powerful that Jock Myung doesn't even get a chance to react. The moment the strike lands, the entire washroom is destroyed. Jock Myung is hit directly, critically injured, and thrown to the ground. The system announces that a critical strike has dealt 1404 damage to the opponent. Jock Myung's total health was exactly 1404, and with that single strike he dies on the spot. Cial stares in disbelief and thinks about how such terrifying power came out of his sword. He wonders if he really performed the Grandship Sword technique without even knowing how to use it, but regardless of how it happened, he has completed his mission. After killing Captain Zhang Mong, he probably goes and throws his body into the river because he is sitting near the riverbank washing his face and hands. His body has become completely dirty because Jack Mang's filth had fallen on him. So Ma Cial says that after killing Jiaking here, at least one benefit is that now he has 3 coins. That means he has 3 chances, By killing Jo Myung, he gained +2 lives, so he says that at least now he has 3 chances. At the same time, while sitting there, he starts thinking about what he should do next. He looks toward his status window, and his status window is completely intact, exactly the same as before. He says that he used the grandship technique there and used a lot of powerful Kai power. But even after that, his Kai power is 240 and it is still 240. That means it did not decrease at all. This means that in situations like this, his grandship technique will activate automatically, and without using Kai power, he can use special effects and special skills. So Seol says to himself that he will ignore how he used it this time. But if he can use this kind of technique in desperate situations like this, then he thinks he will definitely become stronger very quickly. Then he looks toward his shoulder. While he is feeling happy, his shoulder suddenly starts hurting. So he says that this arm has become completely useless. In this life, he cannot do anything with this arm because it cannot be healed in this life. He had even cut the bone from below here and he cannot use this arm anymore. That means this arm is useless, and with a useless arm, he cannot live his life. Neither can he survive here in this Murim. If he wants to survive further inside the demonic sector, then he must think about the future. Now, with just one arm, he will be in serious trouble. With one arm, he cannot do anything, nor can he live a strong life. If that is the case, then he must think about his future plans because now he has 3 chances. That means he can go back and start again. But he cannot go too far back because that would make things even more difficult. And he would have to return to 1 month earlier. That is why he must think of something else now and think everything through very carefully. At the same time, he thinks that he cannot trust Ganma at all. Ganma had sent him here to kill this person. But he does not know why Ganma sent him here to do this. Was he trying to gain his trust, or did he want him to kill Jo Myung and then go to V Sama and say that he killed him so that Ganma himself could gain V Sama's trust? This matter is extremely complicated. That thought, Seol stands up and says that he now has only one option left. He must go directly to V Sama. Then the next scene shows V Sama's office. After reaching there, he bows his head in front of him and says, "My lord, may I speak to you about something? I need to discuss something very important." V Sama says to him, "Have you lost your mind? How did you come here and why did you enter my study room without my permission? I gave you a task. You were supposed to stay inside the library. Then what are you doing here?" Then he adds, "On top of that, why is such a filthy smell coming from you? Did you crawl out of a sewer?" So he says, "Sir, I had no other choice." And V Sama asks what he means by having no choice, so Seol explains that he had to crawl down and hide inside the toilet in order to kill Black Moon Company's Captain Jok Myung, because that was the only way to kill him. As soon as Master V Sama hears this, he becomes extremely furious, steps forward and says that this is exactly what he wants to know. That Seol killed their captain and then still dared to come and stand in front of him and openly admit that he killed the captain, asking how he had the courage to do such a thing, first committing such a grave crime and then coming to confess it himself. As V Sama releases his Kai power, Seol starts struggling to breathe and realizes that this fire mass demon style is so powerful that it can completely suffocate a person. V Sama orders him to kneel immediately and answer, asking whether he told anyone else about killing Captain Jongang, and Seol, shocked, asks what this even means. But V Sama shouts at him to stop talking nonsense and answer clearly, warning that if he lies, he will kill him right there on the spot while releasing even more pressure. Seol then says that it does not matter who he told, because the real question is what V Sama himself is hiding. And hearing this, V Sama becomes even more shocked and angrily asks what nonsense he is talking about, reminding him that he was sent to Halissa because he said he wanted to learn something in the library, and demanding to know what he actually did there for the past month that he now dares to stand in front of him and question him. While the master tells Seol to speak about himself, Seol keeps pushing back and asks him to tell the truth, questioning whether V Sama truly wanted him dead, and whether he never intended to send him to the Sun Archive Library at all, but instead sent him on a recon mission meant to get him killed. Seol then says that if V Sama really wants to know what happened inside the library, he will tell him that he met Ganma there, and that after meeting Ganma, Ganma sent him here because Ganma wanted him to find V Sama's weakness and report it back. Hearing this, V-sama starts thinking whether this boy truly met, while Sial thinks to himself that he is lying right now but has no choice, because he must discover V-sama's weakness, and if V-sama does not reveal it, he will not be able to report anything to, and the more afraid V-sama becomes, the better it is for him. That V-sama steps back and says that this means is backing Sial, and that Sial has already joined hands with him, then asks whether Ganma told him to go and kill Jok Mayung, concluding that only Ganma could have arranged this and that to gain his trust, Ganma made Sial kill Jok Mayung. Sial then adds that Ganma also told him to come here and directly question V-sama, and ask where he's going to meet the Mount Hua leader, and Sial continues asking him these questions without hesitation. Master V-sama then turns his back and steps away, while Sialvi thinks to himself that now that he has brought this matter directly in front of him, V-sama must also realize that Ganma already knows the truth, that Ganma knows he has joined hands with another sector, which is pure betrayal, and if Ganma knows this, he can report it to Chama, so now V-sama will be afraid and will definitely reveal something. With that thought, V-sama says that if this is the case and Sial has truly become loyal to Ganma, then fine, he can tell him the truth. Sial immediately says yes and asks the exact question he was sent to ask, which is where and at what location V-sama is going to meet the Mount Hua sect leader again. V-sama replies that yes, he is going to meet him again, and the mountain where they will meet is called Mount Venga, and that next month at the beginning of the Clash and Moon, they will meet again on Venga Mountain and talk face to face. Hearing this, Sialvi becomes extremely happy and thinks that he has taken the bait and revealed the truth about where the meeting will take place. As Sialvi looks toward him, he suddenly notices something on the ground, something buried beneath the floor, but his system highlights it for him, making him wonder what it is since nothing is visible to the naked eye. The system informs him that he has discovered a Yojidu secret map that V-sama had hidden beneath his imperial pavilion, and Sialvi is shocked to learn that V-sama kept a secret map hidden here. The system then asks whether he wants more information, and if he wants to collect the map, to which Sialvi agrees, and once he collects it, he finds that the map contains detailed information about Mount Venga, almost like a personal diary, with marked locations showing where V-sama meets Master G. Along with this, Sialvi's toolbox activates, granting him medicinal herbs, red bean jelly, and a newly acquired secret book stored inside the toolbox. Although for now he does not understand how any of these items work. At that moment, Master V-sama asks him when Ganma started teaching him martial arts, pointing out that when Sial left for the library he was not skilled enough to kill Jok Mayung. Sial answers that about a month ago, shortly after he left, Ganma arrived and began training him. Master V-sama scoffs and asks whether Sial thinks he is a fool, questioning whether Ganma could really teach him all of this in just 1 month and then trust him enough to send him to gather information. Saying this, the master steps forward, thrusts his hand straight through Sialvi's body, declares that Sial truly took him for a fool and kills Sialvi once again on the spot. He says, "You bastard, did you really think I would believe your words and that you could come to me using chamas? No, Ganma's name to extract information from me and that I would simply hand over everything to you." With that, Sialvi thinks to himself why he was even born in this world and why he keeps dying again and again, because this is already the third time he has died here. He had come here to become strong, yet he wonders what the point of living like this even is, what value someone like him has when people like these can kill him whenever they want. He questions why he is even trying to become strong, but then realizes there is no point in asking why anymore, because he now has a powerful system that can revive him and help him grow stronger. To take revenge on bastards like these, he must become strong, and for that very reason he swears that he will grow stronger and take revenge on that bastard V-sama. Master V-sama then says that Sial has ruined many plans, and that he might have believed that Sial had joined Ganma and was sent by him, but Sial made one critical mistake by claiming that Ganma trained him, because Ganma only learns the teachings of their master and does not possess the Su school martial arts, which means Sial could not have killed Jiak Mayung using Ganma's training, proving that Sial lied about becoming Ganma's disciple. At that moment, Sialvi suddenly starts laughing and Master V-sama asks if he has gone mad at the moment of death. Sialvi replies that he is not mad but that V-sama has no idea what is about to happen to him. When V-sama asks what he means, Sialvi declares that he has already lost because Sial has obtained everything he needed and that V-sama has already lost this fight. V-sama scoffs and asks if Sial truly believes he has lost, then pulls his hand back out, blood spilling everywhere as heavy bleeding pours from Sialvi's mouth. At that moment, the system informs Sialvi that a restart is being initiated, and Sialvi opens his eyes once again in the same dorm room, sitting on the same bed, saying that he has returned. He immediately looks at his arm and finds it fully regenerated, completely new, because he has restarted again from zero. He realizes he is far better than before but now only has 2 lives remaining since he originally had 3 after killing Mayang. The system opens and displays his details, showing that his health and Kai power have slightly decreased, and that his Su school martial arts are no longer present. Shocked, Sialvi wonders where the martial arts he learned in his previous life have gone, but then realizes that he still remembers everything he learned. At that moment, the system speaks to him again. The system tells him that they have retrieved the 100 Su school martial arts from his memories, meaning all those skills have now been fully unlocked and added to his system. Sial thinks that this is even better, because whatever he remembers or possesses before dying will remain stored in the system and can be reactivated again. When he opens the toolbox, all 3 items are still there, and Sial realizes that all 3 are present but he does not yet know how to use them. He decides to open the Yodu map, and as soon as he says this, the system asks if it should open the map for him. He agrees, and the system places the map directly into his hands. Holding the map, Sial decides to read it to see whether it is actually useful. As soon as he opens it, he sees that it contains information about Mount Venga, the place where Master V. Sama goes to meet the Mount Hua sector leader, where the 2 of them gather and secretly discuss their plans. Sial realizes that this is something he can definitely use, and notices that there are other items as well, including a medicinal herb that can give him 2 health points if consumed, and a red bean jelly that can restore 3 health points. Curious about what it is, he activates the red bean jelly, and a chocolate bar appears in his hand. He takes it out, bites into it, eats it, and says that it tastes incredibly good, while also feeling much better as his health replenishes. The system then informs him that his life has increased by 1 point and that his health is now 119. Sial is pleased and thinks this is great, but decides to save the item in case he needs it later to restore health. However, he does not know how to put it back into the system, so the system asks if he wants to store it again. When he agrees, the chocolate bar automatically disappears from his hand and returns to the toolbox. Now feeling more confident and happier than before, Sial realizes that he finally understands how to use the system. He decides to hurry to the library and meet Ganma as soon as possible. He quickly gets dressed and thinks that Jiok Mayung and Chixin might arrive there soon, so he needs to reach the Sun Archive before that happens. After getting dressed, he heads straight to the 12th floor, because Ganma had told him earlier that he would be waiting there. Since this life has restarted, Ganma does not remember anything yet, so Sial runs there, stops in front of the door and says that he wants to meet Ganma and asks if he can meet him here. He introduces himself by saying that he is Sialvi, a lieutenant from the Flying Hands Company, and that he has come here to meet him. Hearing this, Ganma asks him what he just said and questions who he is. Sialvi then introduces himself once again and clearly explains that he is a lieutenant of the Flying Hands Company which works under Visama and that he has come here to meet him. Ganma then asks why he has come to meet him. Sialvi replies that he has brought something special for him, something that could be extremely useful, and that he knows Ganma needs this information right now. Hearing this, Ganma says that he is starting to get very interested in him. He tells him to come inside and explain properly what he wants to say. The door opens for Sialvi and he walks inside. Ganma stands in front of him and asks him to explain what he wants to say. Sialvi then says that he has brought some information for him. Ganma asks what kind of information it is, what sort of information he has brought, and how it will be useful to him. Sialvi then takes out the map he has and shows it to him, asking him to please take a look at it. Ganma opens the map and carefully checks it, and he is shocked by what he sees. He then asks Sialvi if he is really sure that this map will be useful to him. Sialvi replies that yes, this map will be extremely useful and that it is completely accurate because he stole it himself. Hearing this, Ganma speaks to him in a serious tone and asks if he is really telling the truth. Sialvi replies respectfully and says that yes, master, he is telling the absolute truth. Ganma then asks him again what he had said earlier about who he is and what he wants from him. Sialvi replies that he is just a person who needs strength and that he came to him to gain that strength so that Ganma can make him stronger. He says that in return he only wants something small. Ganma replies that in that case he can at least do that much for him. Sialvi then tells him that he can go and confirm the map, and that until then he will stay right here and wait while he verifies whether the information is accurate or not. Ganma agrees and says that he will go and confirm the map. He warns him that if the map turns out to be accurate and the information is correct, then Sialvi will definitely get what he wants from him. But if the information turns out to be wrong, then the first thing he will do after returning is kill him. Saying this, Ganma leaves the place. Meanwhile, Sialvi stays there, sitting and waiting. He says that it has already been 3 hours since Ganma left and he still has not returned. He wonders what Ganma might be doing and says that all he can do now is pray that the map turns out to be real because he brought the map from the very place where Master Visama had hidden it. He also says that his tension is increasing more and more, and he worries that Ganma might turn out to be just like everyone else and come back only to kill him. He says that he does not really have any interest in all of this, but he knows one thing for sure. At this moment, Master Visama is with their master, the demon guard's first disciple. He is with Salma, not with anyone else. But if Ganma can somehow use this information, then there is a chance that Visama might support him. And if Visama supports him, then Ganma will support Sialvi. After some time, Ganma finally returns. Now the question is, what is going to happen next? Has Ganma brought good news for Sialvi or bad news? We will find out in the next episode. Until then, guys, subscribe to the channel and we'll meet again in another video.